10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fnatic's turn to pick.
Void incarnate.
Ten seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, hello and welcome back. The second game of the best of 2 of Fnatic up against Aster Aries. After this, we've got another entire best of 2 with a huge hype matchup of Tier 2 team about to breach into the Tier 1 scene up against an old school Tier 1 underdog who, well, I mean, Fnatic, they aren't exactly an underdog in that they have pulled a lot in the past, but they have been going through a bit of a rough strip in the majors. And if they could win this tournament, even against teams like Boom, it would be huge. But right now, Aster Aries are their opponents, and they are a hard opponent to defeat. So Fnatic immediately pulling out that Lone Druid. One of the bigger cheese heroes out there nowadays. With that Aghanim Scepter, so you can red Dota. With Arid Life Leech, so you're an absolute lane dying Lone Druid. Really hard to stop, and it looks like a Rubik getting picked up as a combo pick there, enabling Fnatic to just pull out a crap ton of synergy already with the start of this draft. A really nice, really solid opening. They have been giving that Rubik some second thoughts, but make sure that, yeah, they want to go for that. Lone Druid, good enough front liner for him, really.
10 seconds remaining.
And the Orchestra Strikes, they summarize just about how I feel right now, because this draft sure as hell is going to be interesting.
Dire team ban.
Witch Doctor.
We get to see a Witch Doctor picked up now by the side of Aster Aries. And a lot of good synergy with the Void Spirit. I mean, that Maledict plus the reach that Void Spirit has, both in terms of how much damage he can deal, to follow up a successful Maledict, as well as what he can do if he goes in, gets that AoE damage into a 2-people Maledict, 2-people start from the Witch Doctor, getting rid of the creeps in the process. So the Witch Doctor cast can bounce really good.
5 seconds remaining.
And it looks like we're just gonna see what the bans are gonna be here. Earthshaker, pretty obvious one against Team Fnatic, although Team Fnatic wouldn't mind being up against an Earthshaker or similarly big themselves, which I think is why Aster Aries feels comfortable banning such a good hero. I mean, having a Rubik up against an Earthshaker already puts you in a spot from which you can stun lock people, you can really abuse that Rubik passive with some of the most powerful stuns in the game, even if you don't have
Fnatic's turn
some
to
kind of Rubik buff to them. I mean, Earthshaker alone is already a huge meta pick. Clockwork getting banned out as well, as those strength frontliners with a lot of stun, with a lot of CC are very scary here. But Team Fnatic, they may very well run over Team Aster Aries again. If their Lone Druid snowballs, and the Queen of Pain is going to be able to create space for the Lone Druid to snowball. It's going to find Lone Druid a lot of openings with a couple of good ultimates through the early game. If throughout the early game the Queen of Pain gets shut down, doesn't get to snowball even, it could result in a quick GG for the side of Aster Aries actually. So Team Fnatic, they are pretty confident they're still here. They're picking up the Queen of Pain, knowing that they are the more experienced team up against a team who's just making a bit of a debut here. Not that I dislike Aster Aries in the slightest, but it is a David versus Goliath matchup according to all odd makers. Team Fnatic, they know what they're doing. They are experienced in that first series. Although they had a bit of trouble finding the smoke gangs at first, once they got them in, things were beautiful. At least if you like me, love exciting kills, love quick gangs, and I wonder how Aster Aries are gonna facilitate those. Nature's Prophet is still... no, he's banned out actually, never mind that. Huh. No Ember Spirit either. What are a lot of other good global heroes? They could pick up an Ancient Apparition if they want to pull down on those damage supports. Would force them to pick up a good front line next though, and Aster Aries don't get a double pick in a row here. Still need another carry at least, and like frontline carry with that Void Spirit in all likelihood being position 1 or 3, I think. I mean, you don't necessarily want him to Queen of Pain on the middle lane. He's just gonna get stumped so hard by a couple of tiers flying out, by being forced to buy a lot of regen. He wants Wars of Attrition. Team Aster Aries using a reserve time pretty quickly, but it looks like they will find a last pick suitable to them. It's gonna be a huge follow-up to a Void Spirit as well as a Witch Doctor. Once Void Spirit reaches level 6, can snow up people for those arrows with that ultimate. It's more catch than you really think. The pain is gonna be an issue, but the Lone Druid as well as the Rubik are pretty easily caught by a Void Spirit plus a Mirana, by a Witch Doctor plus a Mirana, and if those casts bounce, fortunately, those arrows can just completely ruin somebody's life here. Team Fnatic, they have learned they can't just take this underdog team all too lightly. Like Team Fnatic now using up their reserve time as well. I mean, both teams got a decent deal for it so far, and I mean, this Lone Druid is still the biggest issue. The Mirana even gonna have a hard time catching him, as he has a very which he can just walk in front of those arrows nearly all the time, used to face tank a lot of damage.
Dire team pick.
Bounty Hunter.
And that's a Bounty Hunter for Team Fnatic. Apparently that's their plan for getting the Lone Druid online. They're gonna be printing a lot of money. Bounty Hunter is a pretty strong pick. The economic swing he is capable of producing is huge. A living money printer. The gold he can steal as well can be a real nuisance. Great against the Mirana, great against the Witch Doctor, not so good against the Void Spirit. And Team Fnatic, they can now go for a greedy core last pick here. Something like an animation, something like...
Phantom Lancer.
Okay, I was gonna say that one as well, but not as... I mean, I'm still in the draft in terms of what hard carries are concerned. I've seen that hero once today, and a lot of times before in this patch. And if you're up against the Mirana and the Phantom Lancer, well, against the Phantom Lancer, maybe you use AoE, maybe some Sewers of Cleave instead.
10 seconds remaining.
Luna, if you want to AoE hero or a
5
Duza or a
seconds
Gyro Copter would
remaining.
all be fine as well. I mean, Team Fnatic, they got all their options open with a lone root who's both frontline as well as a carry. Bounty Hunter can bring him online, and for that fact, Team Fnatic are relying on their skill here, are trusting they don't get shut down too early by Mirana's Void Spirit, who both have a good deal kill potential at around level 6. I mean, Mirana a bit earlier, she just needs level 4, level 5 to really have a huge amount of nuke damage. Void Spirit, he really wants that Void Step. If he's gonna
Dire
lane with the
team
Mirana,
down.
I can see the Mirana just positioning herself for arrows. Well, giving him solo experience, making sure Void Spirit farms well. Comes online in
Dire
due
team
time.
pick.
We got the Tower and the Necrophos banned out last year. The Necrophos would have been huge with a bounty. However, I could see Fnatic going for something even greedier here. Team gonna pick up an Underlord. Underlord, great for snowballing the damage, great for reducing the damage of a lone druid, as well as a lot of hard
10
carries who just
seconds remaining.
snowball off of their attributes instead.
5
I
seconds
mean, for the
remaining.
bear, it's kind of add with the aura and everything, but in the early to mid game, the damage reduction is pretty devastating for who wants to go on somebody, and Fnatic forced to act quickly here in the last pick. It's gonna be an Elder Titan. Fnatic really reliant on that lone druid and Queen of Pain in their core slots to make a lot of space to kind of work as a team here, function really well as a two-man core squad. Are preparing to load in, got a few beautiful loadouts, that really fancy Rubik, that super fancy Bounty Hunter as well, out to steal a ton of cash. And I mean, yeah, he's an experienced Phantom Lancer player. We've seen him play PL before to mixed success, but this is one of those games where snowballs, he can't really snowball. Even Ice's Ice is kind of weak to him on that Elder Titan. If his mana gets burned, if he gets stunned up first at the start of a team fight, and Phantom Lancer just gets to do his thing.
I sense distortions in the void.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and with that we are in. We got ourselves a game going on after loading in there. Team Aster Aries up against Team Fnatic. Final round of second to last best of 3 and best of 2 of the day. We still got another really high best of 2 coming up after this. Boom ID playing up against Team Ocean, who we've seen earlier today. However, so far we're gonna see how Fnatic are gonna hold their own.
Такая халява! Это такая душка!
30
Это
seconds to
такая
battle.
душка!
This Bounty Hunter, if he gets to snowball, if he gets to create a gold lead to then give his team ever-growing farming capabilities, ever-growing team fight power with that lone druid, I could really see this game become very one-sided for Team Fnatic here,
The battle
as Lone
begins.
can just 1v5 comfortably since he's technically two heroes and two very strong heroes at that. Each individually already have a good amount of potential. Only a single rune is gonna get taken by the side of Team Aster. Aries here as 23 Savage on his bear, running for his life, but that bear is gonna be just fine. Now channel back home to or not with the arrow almost connecting, but the lone druid not gonna lose his bear during the first couple of minutes of the game. Even if he had, it would have just been a lot of gold. He could have just resummoned the bear at any given point once it's dead. Up on the off lane, DJ and Ice got a pretty good lane going on here. Up against the Witch Doctor, who's with the heal, just trading damage, just making the most of his pretty good right click damage at level 1. A lot of the supports aren't all that XP reliant when it comes to getting a good deal of right click damage going on. Savage, driven low health as well, getting bullied out of the lane by the Underlord. This Underlord, ooh, that was close. Underlord, yeah, I was gonna say, he has enough damage to man fight both the Lone Druid and the Bear, but now with Bounty Hunter coming in, it's gonna be Mirana who's man fought, and Bounty Hunter, he even steal 12 more gold with that first blood, going in his favor as well, putting Fnatic exactly where they want to be. 23 Savage, having such a stable well-pairing lane on that Lone Druid. Over on the mid lane, the Aries have that Void Spirit struggling against the Queen of Pain. I said during the draft, this is not the best of matchups, how they may not want to put the Void Spirit mid lane. And here you see why. 7E, he's just forced to spend a lot of gold on it, and he would rather not have to use. And all that in exchange for top lane going relatively sturdy, but Phantom Lancer, being where he wants in terms of CS, isn't gonna be good enough when Lone Druid is farming as well. 23 Savage, who may be behind in CS, did after all get that first blood together with the Bounty Hunter. And Bounty Hunter here only going to create more space, only going to create more gold swinging around, stealing it from ever stand still long enough. Can't get the 12 gold from the Mirana, rather than take them from the Underlord instead. Jabs. Almost has another Ginat already. That's 12 gold every time. And I know it sounds like it's very little, but I mean, you do that a good 5-6 times, and with that gold you get from just chilling a minute, from just bullying people a minute.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Then really get bounties to get early phase boots, get early power treads, or guardian green boots, whatever pair of boots you want, you get them a lot earlier than you should, which allows you to man fight. Jabs having a super favorable lane here so far. The only thing that Aster Aries, okay, Moon actually struggling on the mid lane, is gonna get caught by a Remnant there, and blink out, can just bottle up. This Queen of Pain is gonna be just fine. Whereas 7E, even if he goes, which is still a long while away, he is gonna lose in that rune battle against the Queen of Pain most of the time, at least till level 6, but Queen of Pain at level 6 can go for a couple of ganks, can get a lane advantage going in that sense. Fnatic as well, really favored, at least unless Huya can somehow carry it here. 7E gets sniped by Jabs, who's just gonna bang some boings away. Bounty Hunter securing his 12 gold once again. And Jabs with the brown boots plus an Orb of Venom. He's gonna continue to roam to the top lane, try and force Doctor to just Witch Doctor may actually be going down. I don't think they're gonna have tower. I just want this 12 gold. No Druid is pretty much fine with being left alone too. He still has a bear. He still has a bear. He still gets all the experience he needs this way. So not a thing to worry about.
The prize is mine.
If anything, Aster Aries have to get more done than just allowing the Phantom Lancer to farm. Well, Phantom Lancer is up there with all the other carries, and I'm gonna switch over to Network. You can see that having 2 carries that can compare to the 3 carries on the side of Fnatic isn't exactly where they want to be. Bounty Hunter leeching more and more gold with that Ginada as he levels up. As he gets more items, he is gonna opt for those face boots, securing himself a good amount of armor, the ability to run people down, right click them for a while. When you come out with a Ginada up behind them, now we get to see Jabs go for a Courier Snipe as well, and just deny himself into the tower. Pretty good deny considering how far he was away from the happening. He got a TP from the Witch Doctor, who, if he would have gotten a stun, if he would have just gotten an assist there, would have already gotten a good deal of value for his TP scroll. But like this, Team Fnatic just pulling further ahead, doing everything perfectly here. Continuing to snatch up some cash over from the middle lane. Queen of Pain has to retreat as Witch Doctor comes in. Void Spirit, like I said, he has regen issues, but if he does have bottle charges, if he does have salt, then this Void Spirit seems quite a good spot to be. Well, at least bully the Queen of Pain away. If not, nuke her down with your double Astral Step combo. Bounty Hunter, meanwhile, experience keeping the Void Spirit at bay, and in comes the Queen of Pain. That's one. Void Step committed there as top gets pushed in. Nobody defending from Aster Aries anymore. They just accept that tier 1 tower is gonna go down to this lone druid with Elder Titan. I mean, that bear is starting to really maul towers. Only gonna hit them harder as the game continues. 2 Bounty Hunter gets dusted up. Phantom Lancer more than happy to put all of his damage on Jabs, and there's that double Maledict I was talking about. If you land it, it's just everyone who gets dead. If you hit that on 3 people, if you hit that on 4 people, it's some kind of a choke spot with an Underlord there, followed up with a root, with the fire. It's just so huge for Team Aster Aries. Meanwhile, over on Fnatic, 23 Savage continuing to farm. Huge pusher, he is a huge force of nature in this game. Also can pick up 2 jungle items, which makes things hugely interesting later on. Queen of Pain gonna get locked in place and gonna get taken down with the Starstorm, hitting her twice and double lock tap. It's gonna put Fnatic in a bit of a difficult spot money-wise, since Fnatic, they do have a lone druid who's still free farming, but the Underlord being ahead of him and Underlord being a really good hero for shutting people down, like I've said in the other Underlord game we've had today, that just really sets Fnatic up to a game where the Bounty Hunter needs to start printing money big time, needs to get his ultimate as soon as he can. Jabs, he's done a huge job so far, just annoying people, scouting out vision for his team to know where they can and can't farm. It's time for him to kick in the next gear. Mirana got the level 6 as well, so Trek even more important to deny the Mirana ultimate escapes. Pain in a dangerous low health spot. Heroes like that always make me nervous because they could just get ganked at any second. If Void Spirit just had vision on this Queen of Pain would be bad here. Apparently that's not gonna happen. Instead, on top lane, Rubik gets it. Courier sniped by the Witch Doctor there, and EJ now looking to turn around as Bounty Hunter comes on in. 2 heroes who are very weak to physical damage at this stage of the game. Underlord perfectly placing the pit in order to kill off jabs. The Lone Druid Bear gonna start running people down, but can't really do more other than D-ward there. And comes the Void Spirit. Jumps over Lone Druid and his Bear, jumping for the real Lone Druid. And that's just gonna be the Bear shutdown, despite the entangle proccing on the Void Spirit. It did proc a little bit too late. As for the Phantom Lancer, the core for the side of Team Aries almost gets a kill there, decides not quite to die for it, and instead it's gonna be Rico dying near the road. One more leap left. Way too much damage on the side of Team Fnatic, especially damage over time. Initiations, or even just a good chance for Queen of Pain to poke at somebody, perhaps somebody who's tracked up, to print her a little bit of extra money if she wants to commit the ultimate for a kill later on. Then you can just wiggle people down over a while, set up beautiful Queen of Pain ultimates.
Dire are scanning.
And it looks like Lancer trying to kill off Ice's Eyes, going for the TP, but in comes the Coconut, stunning him up and killing him off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just imagine you're trying to teleport out, make it home to base, regroup, try and win this war between enemy forces, and the monkey throws a coconut at you so you die. Speaking of dying, looks like Moon on the Queen of Pain gonna go down next. As this Lone Druid pick, I mean, he's a very strong hero and I like it a lot to see him come online, but if he does not come online, kind of like the Terror Blade, if he gets shut down, then he simply does not have a game. The bounty is not really that effective here either, has everybody tracked, but did go down, just replacing those tracks. Now Rubik goes down next. The Underlord, 24 permanent damage and a lot of temporary. Lone Druid could go for a chase, but knows full well that 4 vs 2, even with a bear to help out, isn't a favorable matchup. Bottom lane, Queen of Pain jumping forward. Setting up Mirana to die. Mirana can still survive this, trying to teleport out. Was the wrong move. She could have earned herself up between ticks for more than 100 health and then gone for the 2 deep. Fucking a shovel to see whether you get lucky first. And again, with a bit of pain near you, that's all a lot easier said than done. That is a scary hero after all. So Fnatic, they aren't too far behind, all things considered. I mean, first 10 kills going to Team Aries, and they are pulling ahead a little bit. But the fact that Aries are just a little bit behind, a little bit ahead, with this much kills and tower gold means in reality they're behind. Lone Druid is continuing to farm up, and if Team Fnatic can just take a tower or two across the snap, they can definitely make a comeback. However, Aries, as you can see, is doing everything in their power to just snowball this gold lead.
Dire's bottom tower
Underlord
is under
farming up, going for Guardian Greaves, trying to become nearly immortal here with that rod of fate already going on and a ton of stats.
Haste!
Quick, getting caught by the Pit of Malice. Follow-up Rod of Atos and another catch, but even with that solid 5-6 seconds of root, Aries, they don't have any tower here. They can't just teleport people in, because this is definitely otherwise a fight they would have wanted to take. Phantom Lancer got his different blade. He is ready to fight up. He is ready to run people down and burn all of their mana. Fnatic running the their opponents at the mid lane. Lone Druid with the entangle, dishing out a lot of damage, but look at that 2027, the real one is gonna get killed off, meaning the bear's gonna follow. Down goes the Witch Doctor Underlord, gonna hit the floor next, and then it's Ice falling. Phantom Lance rushing forward, and DJ still alive, but with PL's mana burn, he's gonna take down in a matter of 5 or 6 Asters. Right clicks, I mean. Getting the
Dire are scanning.
Aster. 7E looking to kill off jabs. That rune disappearing will tell him everything he needs, and Bounty Hunter will actually show himself, knowing full well that this Void Spirit does not have ultimate.
Radiant's courier
Since they kill him off with rune. Could just be caught here, but the medic is off the mark. Gonna jump straight into an Underlord, so he does have everything that you need to prevent blinking, and Queen of Pain just that. Maybe not, since Medic was already on cooldown. Queen of Pain gonna survive here. Phantom Lancer can now go back to look for her, but it's gonna miss Moon by just a little bit. He knows there is a Queen of Pain, but would rather want to go for this Lone Druid. Down goes the real Druid once again. Panda just hitting the floor. Lone Druid being made to suffer by Team Aries here. Team Fnatic could end up giving up again against the underdogs who are playing the Underlord. Meanwhile, Moon did get caught at that bottom lane there. Shouldn't have stuck around. I thought he was out, but with Phantom Lancer and Underlord, time to kill is so ridiculously low. Rod of 8 has definitely paid for itself with that 5-6 second root soft stun lock, if you will. Big gonna be the next target. Casting, and there's Medic, Rod of 8, fire coming in. Look at Rubik returning the damage together with the Undertow, but everybody low health, nobody dying, it's not quite what Fnatic need here. Jabs almost at left as well, but like this, Team Aries are just gonna pull ahead. They're up 3k now. Team Aster Aries going for the mid lane. They want that Queen of Pain if possible, but Queen of Pain no longer showing as such. As this is going to be a tier 2 tower unless they can catch somebody in the top triangle. Implo immediately gets picked up by the bear, who can get a lot of value with that item. I'm more curious about what Aster Aries are going to do, how they're going to try to preserve this momentum lead, try to get a 1-up on Fnatic. Team Fnatic still very much in this game. Their Lone Druid shut down, but for how long can you keep a hero that farms as fast as 2 heroes shut down when he's saving? Mjolnir has a farming Maelstrom. Make sure that the bear hits hard, hits fast. That's gonna be Bounty Hunter caught. Really not the target that Team Fnatic wants to go down. It's not a team fight now. Queen of Pain could be the next. It's gonna blink forward, and comes the stop from the Elder Titan and Pitcher connecting on the Void Spirit. Void Spirit out of there. Queen of Pain getting her ultimate. Left without any mana, I mean. Down goes the Elder Titan, down goes the Lone Druid to the Medic damage alone in exchange for both the Phantom Lancer and the Underlord having died to just a bear with a hammer. Clicking away for a ton of magical damage. Really being a huge wall in front of Team Fnatic's glass cannons here, allowing Bounty Hunter to just hide behind for a couple of entangles to come on out. They will now get a D-ward on that mid lane. As Team Fnatic get to push for the first time in quite a while, get their Lone Druid some much needed and much deserved money, since he
Dire's middle tower
hasn't really made any item progression in a while, even with that farm hammer being up. Lone Druid coming in before he even has the bear. The arrow of the mark though means he's gonna live.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gets to resummon the bear here actually. Finally in peace. Have his pet go back to farming precious gold, and If you look at how fast that bear tears down a jungle camp, you can really see why I still respect that lone druid so much. Team Fnatic could very well still take this game as long as they delay it enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now the Queen of Pain Moon will not get arrowed there by the Mirana. It's gonna go for TP out. Viper trying to dish out all of the damage, but the Starstorm not connecting. Seems that Queen of Pain is easily out of there, having created a lot of space. We have Team Aster two there, considering how huge every single kill is right now since that Roche. It's looking juicier and juicier by the minute. Void Spirit, he knows he's tracked up. He's gonna ping that up to his teammates.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And it looks like Aster Aries, they're gonna be the pushers here. Have Witch Doctor hidden away in a corner. Bounty Hunter gonna walk in there as Witch Doctor teleports over to the bottom lane where Ice is doing some red Dota, and Rico gets caught as the fight gets initiated by the Viper jumping forward and nuking everyone. With Moon doing the Queen of Pain thing, where you counter initiation by jumping at the weakest enemy hero left in the back. 7E. Taken down quite low, but the Queen of Pain didn't. He took away an ultimate for that one kill, but only got that one kill and still has the ultimate available. That is certainly not a good feeling. But Team Aster Aries' gold lead is evaporating as Lone Druid continues to flex, continues to make the most out of his items here. The real Druid has absolutely no items, so even if the bear is killed, it's gonna be pretty huge. 23 Savage. I mean, he knows an Aquilas, that at least is a good aura to help his team with, and a little bit more right click damage, but still Witch Doctor right clicks harder than him at this point, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, without the damage talent even.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Well,
attack.
Team Fnatic are looking for a pickup, which apparently can find in the form of Mirana. If Rico can get away, Rico will manage to leap away once, gets silenced up, takes a ton of nuke damage to the face, still tracked, but with the Queen of Pain ultimate, no question whether he's gonna live or die. In exchange for tier 2 tower, so that's not a bad deal for Team Aster Aries, at least if they can now prevent Fnatic from pushing down a tower on the dire side of the map, which is exactly what Fnatic are going to want to do next. They already pinged towards that top lane. However, we want to camp the triangle on the dire side of the map a little while longer, which making a lot of damage with that track, and he's gonna go for a lot of money. 23 Savage getting all of his mana burned up. Ice does not get cast either, and this Phantom Lancer starting to carry in that side of the fight, but now in comes the Void Spirit, trying to put a stop to Phantom Lancer. Finally, the Lone Druid Bear has been killed as Phantom Lancer, protected by that Void Spirit. Stole all of his kills there too. But the Aries, they get a double kill going on the top lane. Ice has to get there. Even with all of his mana regen, Phantom Lancer with Display, too big of a threat. After that fight, he can just go back into a lane and expect to full capacity. Phantom Lancer just needs them to be done here and can then start up for an Abyssal Blade, can start tanking up, trying to outcarry this Lone Druid, who dying here once again and losing his bear.
Radiant are scared.
It's just not getting to have any kind of a game. I mean, I did say during the draft that it was high risk from Fnatic. They may have gone and underestimated their opponents here with that. Oh, looks like Rubik gets stun locked up and gets insta-killed off. A really clean kill from the side of Aster Aries. Bounty Hunter. Can frontline, and if he could find some chance for a team to initiate with that Elder Titan behind him. Effort and make his comeback before all the towers get pushed down here. Moon throwing out the ultimate, it's gonna get stunned up, has enough mana regen, but with it comes in that maybe not, and it's just gonna go down. Mana isn't the issue there, but health. jabs. Who just gets killed? Now that top tier 2 tower got whacked in an instant with that dragon scale even. Fortification now, but Phantom Lancer. Once that fortification ends, can put the herd back on that tower. 7E meanwhile just cutting the creep wave here on the mid lane, making sure that the creeps can immediately set up the last still standing tier 2 tower for Harvest. And with that, Aster Aries got a 5k gold lead. They can keep this up. They could just take this series really quickly as a 1-1. Sit on that for today, where they have had some very unfortunate matchups. Got outdrafted a little as well. Team Fnatic, if they get this lone druid to the point where the druid starts to pick up items and the bear is already a huge core, even if you just build an egg into that druid, which is usually a sign of huge luxury on that hero nowadays, it would allow 23 Savage to just be 2 individual heroes, practice cycle skills a little bit more, have the druid with the rest of the team for the auras, and while I am talking about that, the Roche is gonna get burned away at here. It's gonna take a while, but with a Witch Doctor healing up everyone and Phantom Lance just being at max juxtaposed illusions, I mean, that is loud. As the Phantom Lance just whack away at the Roche, finally do get them. As on the top lane now, look at that perfect illusion body block like it's Warcraft 3, waiting for the stump. And 7E perfectly just snacking that kill off. Beautiful play in every regard there from him.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Team Aster Aries now almost 6k ahead with this tower. Definitely gonna make 6k at the very least. Their Underlord has nearly 60 damage. I mean, okay, he gets less hits in than a good Legion commander, but
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
and Lancer now gets to put the herd onto a tier 3 tower here. Keeping one illusion the whole time to make sure the dragon scale maximum effectiveness at 53 Savage. He wants to rat, punish the Phantom Lancer, almost got punished himself, but will still get a kill as he now has to maneuver himself out of here. I think even with that being committed, should be able to get away with reinforcements. And at bottom lane, Rubik does not have the luxury of being able to wait for reinforcements. Not against the Phantom Lance and the Witch Doctor anyway. Witch Doctor just out too much damage, but Lone Druid, he has decided to stay top, to continue split pushing. It's immediately going to pull the Underlord out of the lane. The Queen of Pain now gets turned on, gets Athos up, in comes the Void Spirit and is gonna die. Void Spirit 2 has some systems, has everything he needs to pretty much be a high hero here. Single-handedly carrying team fight, and it looks like Phantom Lance is gonna whack the creeps, just gonna take a couple of swings at the tower here with Delusion Arm. And look at how fast those towers are crumbling if he gets a couple of illusions going before hitting them. 3 just soul Phantom Lance that does no damage at all when hitting the towers. Every single illusion is like a 15 to 25% damage increase. Down goes jabs on the bounty hunter. The Illus gonna continue to do more work. A very nice first split from the Elder Titan there, dishing out huge damage. And it looks just like ice on the Elder Titan. That instantaneously killed. Queen of Pain comes on in, gets Earth Split on.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Now, get outside of Aster Aries as they can't evacuate these buybacks, may just end up paying off for the side of Fnatic. And it looks like that's gonna be the case, however, with that Aegis taken and Mirana. For the turnaround, we could see another fight out of Phantom Lancer. Does not even get to defend himself, but way too late already for him. In comes the Pain ultimate, and that's 2-3 heroes down from Aster Aries already. Underlord almost could have turned around for a kill on Queen of Pain there, had he just hit one or two
Dire's bottom barracks
of
are
those
under
fire
attack.
salvos. Mirana teleporting back, but that's
Radiant
gonna be the
are
Dire now ratted in by that lone druid, losing their bottom range drags, getting creeps to snowball into their base harder and harder. Okay, Mirana is gonna keep the range safe for a while, but top tier 2 is gonna crumble to the lone druid, and it looks like we do have a turnaround here as Fnatic. We're about to lose this game, but thanks to a little bit of red Dota and excellent defense, they keep themselves going here for a while longer, if not just turning the game around, because the gold lead admittedly wasn't that big, and it was mostly in building gold, which Fnatic captured pretty quickly and easily themselves.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Down goes the top tier 2 tower to the lone druid. 23 Savage really going ham. Putting that Mjolnir activatable on the but this is where I would put it on the catapult, or at least the catapult wave, because even if you just force a person to be in the base to show themselves being in the base so you know they aren't with the smoke gang, Team Fnatic could go for a forward smoke themselves, as they are now further ahead, or well, they are ahead, which they maybe don't quite realize. I don't think they know just how strong they are right now. This lone druid, I mean, he can tear people a second one in an instant. He's still gonna get stronger and stronger on that bear. Real hero, barely even starting to scale. As for the bounty hunter, he failed at making cash, but now that he has track almost level 2, as well as Vladimir's, as well as just enough experience to position himself away from his team effectively while having impact by just tossing shurikens, just tracking without running up and having to steal gold, having to proc Ginadas to really carry your weight in the fight and not have an insta-loss in your hands. I could see this bounty hunter really put a lot of money in the fight. A Fnatic fight initiation, and both teams want to meet at the middle lane. There are teams which is gonna get locked down. 23 Savage can't quite get the kill, so Moon will. Whitebird manages to get himself out of there after getting a lot of damage on Bounty Hunter in the campaign. Bounty Hunter is gonna go down with Whitebird jumping back in again and running for his life now. Whitebird gets caught, saves himself from the Queen of Pain, and Queen of Pain activating her BKB, which she has just bought to kill Phantom Left. That's a huge kill. 80 seconds, no PL. Double dagger flying out as well, harassing the Mirana and Underlord. Underlord gets stunned up. Yes, fourth they locked the place, Earth Splitter, and he goes down. 2 Ice. It looks like Fnatic. They actually made this one close. This one close all in it on the lone druid, but I did mention over and over again how hard of a carry he is, how inevitable he is, and well, guess what? Here is the bear, just picking up a tower because he's hungry. Here comes Elder Tide, smashing Void Spirit in the face. Has a lot of the temporary damage from that astral image, and it looks like the bear has to back up. Or the tower is completely dead. Only the bottom range drags finally dropping. These for because the Roche can be up in like 30 seconds, or like a minute or two, realistically speaking. But who knows? Depending on RNG, Fnatic could just get to this game here in one clean push, or could be really screwed having a hard fight around the Roche pit, where if Aries draw that one out, really just make it last, they could get Fnatic at a point where the lack of sustain starts to punish even the lone druid, even with the bear share. So that lifesteal isn't good enough when a real druid is stunned up constantly and doesn't have an agonist. There is a reason why that item is so huge, although it is usually a luxury item. I can see it here after the Skull Bash. The Skull Bash is like something you need. The Aghanims is some allows you to use the items you are forced to buy more effectively and for longer. Queen of Pain jumps forward. He uses up and BKBs as there was initiation from Team Aries, who Mirana ult up, but kind of giveaway still that they are in this with that Aster from the L-side. However, they catch the Rubik. Rubik's still alive with a good steal there, getting the leap in the neck of time, and in goes Queen of Pain ultimate plus the Herb Splitter, insta-killing the Witch Doctor. Well, Spirit forced to get away at very low health, but he is able to teleport out, create a lot of space, and end that fight, which would have ended really poorly for Team Aries here.
Worthy tribute.
Roche gonna go to Fnatic as it is a pretty quick respawn, and Fnatic are in control of this map. They win the vision game. They simply have the better positioning, and that's Roche. Look at it. Meld away to a hungry bear. Covers Roche. He eats everything. Queen of Pain is gonna get it looks like the cheese gonna go to the Elder Titan, who can definitely use that to a great extent. Good. Continuing to flash farm up. I think he's got a Skull Basher coming in for his BKB. That's what I was meaning to say too, but I've been at it for a good 6.5 hours now. Oh, it looks like we got ourselves a team fight with the BKB getting procced onto the Queen of Pain. Rico taking a lot of their Queen of Pain, managed to get out of there though, and is gonna be just fine. This game getting drawn out by Team Fnatic, who are just trying to find the pickup, safely allow them to defuse the bomb that is Team Aries if they catch anyone. And it looks like Aster gonna keep the bounty hunter out of position. Fill up jabs. For starters, Zone walking in the death ward. Made a bit of a mistake, even though his bear needs to hit. There's the Queen of Pain ultimate. Queen of Pain with that Aegis stealing too much. Never mind that. It's not the Witch Doctor that made Pen get caught. And that really was his only mistake, but it's one too many. That's an ultra kill. On Ice on his core Elder Titan. He really had a very insignificant laning stage, but then when he went off to the jungle, kind of flash farmed, he was TA, got just as impactful items, and is now ready to easily mess up the side of Aster Aries, who are now trying to fight this 4v5, but never ever gonna succeed completely. Queen of Pain, she's got a Mjolnir as well, making sure she right clicks against the Phantom Lancer, making sure she has a good amount of extra damage added to her attacks. Mirana could still be going down with the attempted borderline pound dash. Phantom Lancer takes some damage to the face, but could the first time around here. Queen of Pain, however, just says thank you. This is a full reset while I'm letting my team push on the wreck, but that may not be enough. Okay, she does get the BKB up, turns around. It's gonna force everyone to stay back in the base. Queen of Pain just barely not hitting 7E there. And down goes the final lane of Brax, 23 Savage, who is just gonna force the GG here. Up against Team Aster Aries, who are just gonna get 4-0'd in their first day in the Legendary League here, despite playing really admirably, and they do call GG players, they do realize themselves they have no way of defending against Magus. Phantom Lancer simply doesn't scale enough. And with that, we are gonna go to a little bit of a break, ladies and gentlemen. We got one more series, Boom ID up against Ocean, so we're gonna bring you that in 10 to 15 minutes. More Dota coming up here until I finally get to go catch up on some sleep, but it's been amazing Dota keeping me going here. You're an amazing audience. I thank you for watching, and well, see you guys in a bit.